So something that's been going on for quite a while has officially been killed. Net neutrality is officially done. It potentially could be gone forever. It potentially could be gone for a week. Depends how long this lasts. It's crazy to think how just all of a sudden they decided just to get rid of it. Um, it's really sucks to see. Frankly, I don't want to pay for, I guess, freedom of speech. I know that's basically what it is. Like, you're gonna have to potentially, not certainly, pay more to use the internet. It's something that I find completely unfair. I know a lot of social media things such as Facebook, Twitter, Netflix, they're all fighting to get it back. It's stupid to think that they're gonna have to pay more to allow you to get what you've always had. And in return, you're gonna have to pay them more so they can sustain what they're paying. It's really stupid to see. It's honestly sucks. I feel like they should have just left it the way it was. There's no need to change it, but money talks, so you can't do too much about it. You just fight, I guess, and hope you win. So a little explanation to what net neutrality is, if somebody out there doesn't know. I didn't know what it was until a few days ago, and I'm like, I didn't even know it was, I didn't even know that existed. I thought it was just how the world worked, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently I was lied to my entire life. What it is it's equal service to everybody on the internet. So due to it being killed, what's going to happen is, well, what might happen, it's nothing's for sure. You never know what can happen tomorrow or the day after that. Um, Service providers are going to start charging more. They're going to start charging Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Netflix, and so on more to allow you to get better speeds and access to all these sites you've used for free, minus Netflix. Um, so in return, that's going to force the companies, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Netflix, and so on, to pay more to allow you to still watch it the way and browse the way you've always done it before. But in return, that's going to make you have to pay more. And I don't know about you, I think I speak for everybody. Well, I'll say 98% because maybe there's a few crazy people out there who feels like you shouldn't have to pay for most of these sites. Like, I understand Netflix and stuff. Netflix is cheap as hell, so if that goes up, that's not a big deal. Like, it's cheap to start with. It's $8 a month. That's insane. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you shouldn't pay for that. What I say is that's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech to be able to say what you want, where you want, and how you want on the internet. Like, what's such a big deal about that? Like, I get there's a limit to that. Okay, hold on, you don't want to be saying God knows what about something when you shouldn't be saying anything about it at all. But it's freedom of speech. It's what gives people their rights on the internet. If you have to pay to voice your opinion on something, it just ruins society. It honestly does. A lot of people, well, a lot of people don't use social media. Like, I didn't use Twitter and Instagram until, I guess, like 5 or so years ago. That's not going to affect them as much. But it's going to affect everything on the internet. The internet won't be the same if this is completely killed and there's no going back. Like, if you have to honestly pay to post a picture of yourself, post something you believe in, post anything, then why? What's the point of the internet then? I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get, like I said before, like 400 times probably, it's about money. But having people pay more to use something that's been free all along, like, people pay enough for internet as it is, depending what you got. Like, I might seem like a greedy son of a bitch right now, but I feel I pay enough for my internet. I don't want to pay more just to browse on Twitter and stuff. Like, here's an example. Something I do, I'm not somebody who goes and posts on Twitter and Instagram and God knows what, like 400 times a day. I do like the odd post, like maybe once a month. What I enjoy doing is I enjoy scrolling through and seeing posts, looking at memes, doing whatever, and talking to my buddies in group chats. But if I have to pay, like I say, like $50 a month, I don't know if that's the actual price it's going to go up to, if it does or whatever. But if I have to pay $50 a month just to look at something, I it's stupid. It's like, if you have to, it's like, let's have an example right now. Let's say you're going to the mall and you have like $20 in your pocket and you go to like a fancy store and the lowest thing's like $40. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna go in and look, see what they got, browse around. Everybody does. Everybody. Admit you do it. I've done it many times. You literally walk in, let's say, Sunrise Records. You go in there, you walk in, you look and say, oh, cool, nice t-shirt, nice record, maybe I'll get it at some point. And then you walk out, but you actually don't buy anything. Just imagine you having to do that. Someone standing there's like, oh, you gotta pay $10 to come in here. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna look around. It's like, I don't care, you gotta pay $10 just to look. Like, is that fair? Is that honestly fair? It's gonna start with the internet, and then it's gonna move to something like that. Like, way down the road, I don't think anything's gonna happen anytime soon. In the future, you have to, like, God knows what, you have to, like, pat down every time you go into a store. But it's just, it's completely unfair. I don't even know what more to say about it. It's gonna kill the internet for the most part. It's gonna enrage so many people. I know I just read how Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, I think it was just those three I saw, are fighting to get it back. And I don't think they're gonna stop because, yeah, it seems like, oh, why would they fight? I'm gonna be paying them more, but they're gonna have to pay more for it too. God knows how much they pay internet service providers to allow for people on their networks to stream or to even go on their websites. So in the end, it's nobody wins over this because the FCC is now just it's gonna be bombarded until it comes back. Like if this lasts a few years, it's not gonna stop. I don't think anybody's gonna stop fighting until they get basically the way it was. What I think is why change something if it works? What's the point? You're only gonna make people angry. You're only gonna ruin something, and like even something huge. I know my work. Some of the stuff I have to do is online. Well, quite a bit of my stuff is online. That's gonna require me to pay more just to get paid to work. I'm gonna have to pay more to use something from work. And yeah, if I go to work, which I don't really have a set position, I can kind of just do it from home. I will have to pay to do something. If I gotta go marketing something, and I have to use online, I have to pay more for it. It's completely unfair and it's so irrelevant. Um, but just kills people like that. Like not just me, but I know a ton of people who work from home doing marketing and business and all the other stuff. They're gonna have to pay more just to do something they've always done. Like it's so stupid to see. But I'm gonna stop rambling on. I've maybe you completely disagree with me. Everybody might just completely disagree with what I said. I feel like what I said makes sense for the most part when I'm not fucking up my words. But tell me what you think. Um, like I said, some of my information may be wrong. Don't go completely off of what I said. It's just stuff I've heard, stuff I've read. I've done a lot of reading on it the past few days because it's basically when I first heard about it and I was curious. Yeah, so if you have anything you want to say, put it down in the comments. I would gladly love to talk about it another time if people want me to. And if not, then hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.